the late 1970s, when Japan and Hong Kong were enjoying a European standard of living, the people of China had to make do with little food, rationed clothes, and poor housing. In December 1978, the Communist Party concluded that the Maoist version of a centrally planned economy had failed. The leadership then communicated consistently that China's basic policy was now reform and opening. Over the next 5 years, they implemented remarkable change. In 1978, foreign trade was difficult, viewed as suspicious, and accounted for only 10% of national income. First, the government designated 4 coastal areas to be places where foreign investment would receive special treatment. Foreign trade doubled within 5 years. Then they designated 14 coastal cities as economic development areas, including Shanghai, opening them up to foreign firms. Within 2 years, foreign trade was 35% of national income. Later, they would open up more than 2,000 special economic zones. In 1978, industry produced according to a central plan, and agriculture was controlled by bureaucratic collectives. Managers had no autonomy, workers had no incentives, and state-owned enterprises could not retain profits. The government introduced hundreds of policy changes, and within 5 years, 98% of all farmers were working to make a profit, increasing investment and productivity. Initially a few, and then all state-owned enterprises were able to reinvest profits or distribute them as bonuses. And managers were able to produce outside of the central plan and sell for a profit at market. 5 years into the reform, President Deng Xiaoping talked about the success to date and the plan for the future, and commented, "Well, those are our plans. We shall accumulate new experience and try new solutions as new problems arise." This displays a great sense of strategic agility, which they continue to show over the following years. For example, in 1997, the government realized that its policy of subsidizing state-owned enterprises was exposing it to serious risks. President Jiang Zemin announced a policy of grasping the large, letting go of the small. More than 100,000 firms, 2/3 of all China's state-owned enterprises, were privatized, the largest privatization in history. China's economy faced major threats from the Asian economic crisis of 1997 and the global financial crisis of 2008. But through rapid and innovative monetary and fiscal response, China's GDP continued to grow by more than 7% throughout the crisis. Today, China continues to be agile in exploring the options for its currency to become the global standard, starting with enabling deposits in Hong Kong banks, then issuing bonds in Hong Kong, followed by major Chinese firms settling trades in yuan. Today, Hong Kong, Singapore, Luxembourg, and London have become key centres for the Chinese currency. How has such a large organisation displayed such agility? Firstly, there is a clear decision-making process which everyone understands. Decisions at the National Party Congress enable major strategic shifts to be jointly approved and communicated. Their plans give clarity on top-level goals. Secondly, the leadership is very good at boiling down the strategic shifts to a few words and communicating them consistently. For example, reform and opening, and grasp the large and let go of the small. These mantras are communicated repeatedly by the President so that everyone knows what the overriding goal is. Thirdly, culture and incentives encourage individuals to align to the organization's goals. Local leaders have strong incentives to meet their goals. Commercial leaders know that to gain approval, their plans must be in line with the goals. And the history of Maoist culture means that obedience to leadership is expected. Finally, there is a clear organizational structure by which plans and goals are communicated. We tend to believe that to be agile you must be small and flexible. It seems near impossible for a large and controlling organization to have strategic agility. But the case of the Communist Party of China makes a mockery of this. The party has more than 80 million members and in many people's minds is synonymous with command and control. Yet it shows strategic agility that puts multinationals to shame. If your organization is clear about its decision-making process, has consistent messaging from leadership, aligned incentives, and effective communication, then size need not stop you from displaying surprising levels of strategic agility. As the Chinese proverb says, when the winds of change blow, some people build walls and others build windmills.